Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the Take a Seat podcast, where you just lay back and relax while listening to your girl, Monica Ortegon, talk about topics that can hit right at home with you listeners. To start off this episode, I want you all to picture this in your heads. It is the final seconds of a championship football game. You are one touchdown away from winning the match and calling yourself a winner. The crowd is on their feet, screaming their lungs out. The play starts. You're running to the end of the field. You're wide open. The quarterback passes the ball as everyone watches in suspense. You've been practicing and you've been working the hardest you've ever worked for this moment. The ball gets closer to you. It's within your grasp. And then, someone comes out of the blue and tackles you. The ball drops to the floor. The whistle blows. And it is game over. You stay on the ground in defeat as your opponents shout in joy as they just won the championship. The end of this scenario can be viewed in two different ways. One of them can either be that you feel pure disappointment and that you feel like the biggest failure in the world. Or you can look back at all your hard work and be proud of the better person that you've become. And that despite this failure, you can use this event as a learning experience to make yourself even stronger. There will be many ups and downs when we are working on ourselves. But we always need to remember that whenever we are lost in the darkness, we need to look for the light. But how is this possible, you may ask? That is what we are going to find out in today's episode. Oh, sorry everybody. I'm getting a call. Let me answer it really quick. Hello?
Don't forget about our sponsor.
About who?
Our sponsor!
Well, that was odd. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. Before we dive right in, I would like to give a big thanks to TSA for sponsoring today's episode. If you'd like to know more about this amazing program, visit their website at tsaweb.org. Now, let's get into today's topic. While it is up to ourselves as individuals to make decisions, the people and things around us can have a major influence on how we feel, and that causes us to respond in a certain manner. For instance, there was a study done by Stanford psychologists in 2019 to better understand why some people respond differently to upsetting situations and how people's motivations are an important role in how they react. The psychologists examined a group consisting of 107 volunteers reacting to evil or negative photos, such as the abuse of prisoners in Iraq and people burning an American flag. These participants also asked other people around them about how they felt towards the pictures. As expected, there were two different sides to the people's reactions. Now, participants who wanted to be more calm towards these photos were more likely to be around people that were just as laid back and just as relaxed. But participants who expressed anger were more likely to be around people who were just as angry and as furious as they were. Another comment that researchers mentioned was that the participants were more emotional if they found out that other people felt the same way that they did. Quite an odd way of how our emotions work, right? They truly are major players, if not the captain, of what makes us who we are. One of the lead psychologists from this experiment stated that we have the ability to use our emotions to achieve certain goals. If we surround ourselves with the right people and we surround ourselves with the right things, then we have the power of controlling almost anything that happens in our lives. Now, there are certain situations that are unfortunately out of our hands, things such as a terminal illness or maybe a natural disaster. Note to self, get an umbrella before I leave today. But anyways, going back to what I was originally talking about, we are all going to experience both good and bad times in life. One moment we smile, the other we frown. One moment we are laughing, the other we are angry. It's a constant seesaw of emotions we live throughout our lives, but it is up to us on how we choose to live it. And it is also up to us on how we decide to respond to a situation. If there is ever darkness in your life, try your best to find a flashlight or a candle that can bring brightness to your situation. And whenever your life is beaming bright, make sure to enjoy the most of it. Thank you for listening to today's episode with yours truly. I hope today's episode can help you develop more as a person and can help you have better outlooks in life. Peace.